this was coming. So since you brought up the Oscars, you want to talk about what happened at the Oscars last week?
Yeah, we can go into it.
Let's go into it, buddy.
So obviously, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. That is the ultimate diagnosis of the situation. What happened is that
For those who didn't see,
Chris Rock made a joke about it's alopecia. Is that how you pronounce it? The alopecia
Yes.
that Jada Pinkett, right? Is that how you say
Jada
it?
Pinkett, yeah.
Pinkett.
Pinkett.
Yeah. Pretty much just, made a joke about it saying, love you guys, but can't wait to see the next G.I. Jane movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? And which is funny
Oh, shit.
to some regard, but at the same time, this is what it comes down to. No matter what kind of joke is made, no matter who's making the joke,
Absolutely.
comedians are hired to promote the Oscars to make them likable, because if it's not for the comedians, I mean, at this point, people are just winning awards, and other people are just sitting there salty that they didn't win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Super salty.
and not only that, over the years, Oscars have been tanking hard on viewers.
Because it's boring. It's
Yeah,
fuck.
exactly. So the comedians are the only things that keep it afloat. But putting that to the side, there should be no act of violence on not only a live performance, but in the sense of this should have been handled in so many other different ways.
Absolutely.
I mean, at this point, you are, no matter what joke was made, no matter what, because, I mean, Will was laughing.
Right.
There's clear clips that Will was laughing at the joke.
Until he saw his shorty.
Until he saw Jada roll her eyes or whatever she did, which I don't know how many people roll their eyes at the Oscars. You know what I mean? I didn't think that was a deterring moment where it was, okay, now I'm going to result in going up and smacking somebody that I have no business hitting. First of all, because he's not going to fight me back.
Right.
And second of all, I mean, he almost just, I mean, he could have potentially just ruined his career.
Right. You know what really, like, for me, and that last point you said, somebody that wasn't going to fight back. And that's why, like, truthfully, I feel a way about Will doing that. Because he smacked somebody he knew was going to be professional about the situation.
Right. Absolutely.
And let's keep it a bean, bro. Chris Rock is mad old, bro. Mad old. He's a legend. He's one of them guys. You know, if you really didn't like the joke, you're an adult, first of all. We're not children.
Side. Exactly.
You go up to mans and say, hey, buddy, like, I ain't really rock with that. That wasn't cool. Like, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Boom. I have no issue with that. You go up there and smack dude, but I ain't see him smacking August Alsina when Mans was making songs about cracking his wife. This man made a song about cracking your wife, and he was at you knew that the man was at your house. Like, there's a video of you talking about, yeah, I seen August around the house. So, like, why didn't you smack him? He was really disrespectful. That was really disrespectful to your wife.
Obviously it was, he came out with a video after. What was the platform that he was crying on about Jada cheating on him?
I think they had I think it's on Facebook something. Yeah, Red Table.
Red Table? Okay, my correction. Red Table. But I mean, and then he comes out later in another video talking about, we're in an open relationship. I knew this was going on.
But see, like, that's... Okay, here's the issue with me, right? And here's where I see the issue with that. And, like, we'll go back to the whole actual incident in a minute. But, like, my issue with, like, the whole, we're in an open relationship and everything like that is that, like, even if you are, like, there's still a point where it's respect, right?
Absolutely.
So, like, if I'm in an open relationship with a shorty, right? I'm gonna make sure that any girl I'm hitting on the side knows that, like, yo, you gotta keep this, like, chill. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to bring, disrespect and, like, shame to my lady. You know, I don't want to make her look dumb as hell.
Right.
And unfortunately, and maybe this wasn't Jada's intentions, but she made Will look bad. she made him look terrible.
You can't say that wasn't her intentions though.
I don't know. I'm not
the
gonna
way she addressed the situation, the way she talks about the situation. That
she was an asshole for sure about it.
You can't even assume the fact that she wasn't trying to make him look bad.
Yeah, I mean, she was definitely an asshole about it for sure. Because like, there ain't no way in hell I'm sitting here on national, like, basically national TV, and I know it wasn't on TV, but basically national TV, sitting here like, oh yeah, like we had an entanglement. Like that's insane. And like, trust me, I've cheated like a lot. Like I've been a documented cheater. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a bean, right? One thing that like I tried to do, now it always didn't happen, but what I tried to do was like cheat with females who wasn't gonna say shit. So that at least at the end of the day, you know, I'm not up on fucking Facebook like, your man was saying this, that, and the other. Like, you know, like motherfuckers had to catch me cheating. You know what I mean? So like,
that's a whole nother
But no,
story,
what I'm
though.
trying to say is it's like, at least like if you're gonna do that, like and you're in an open relationship, so it's not even cheating. So man's is cool. What's going on? Supposedly you're in an open relationship. Just like tell man, say, hey, like we could do whatever, but keep your fucking mouth shut.
And not only that, too, just to touch upon the fact that if they were in an open relationship, why is this the media's business?
Absolutely.
Why is this being brought out to the point where it's like now being dragged out to where Jada's saying something or making a comment on it that we had an entanglement with August, and then on top of that, now Will's coming out on a different interview type video crying about the situation, and then it just doesn't make any sense unless it's for publicity at this point.
Honestly, they had to say something because the man went on. Not only did he go in the interview, but like I said,
oh yeah, he made a song about it. Yeah,
so you can't just let that be out in the streets. Like you gotta say something at that point because the man I'm pretty sure that we could pull this song up right now, like because I think it's called Entanglement. Like because he made it. I think he made like a second song. Yeah, he made like a second song after, bro, called Entanglement, bro.
That man is so petty, though.
That man is funny, bro. Hey, shut. Yo, that man is hilarious. Yo, how petty do you have to be? Not only do you hit, but
he's
you
not
make
even getting no
song.
bread off the situation either.
Oh, probably not. I mean, you know what? He probably was best just staying, you know, and making sure that was gonna be cool. You know, staying in that little relationship, like
right.
He was with the Smiths. He was hitting Jada. Like, that's crazy. Like, Jada's kind of bad still. So I can't get mad at him for doing that, but damn, he made a song about it.
Right.
Damn, that's cold. Woo! I would expect that from somebody else, but yikes, that's cold. Woo! Couldn't be me, man. But yeah, as a part of the Black community, the real issue that I take with this whole thing is this like pedestal that Will Smith specifically, because we're going to talk specifics. Will Smith specifically is on in the Black community. Like his whole thing is like wholesome, fun. I don't use profanity, blah, blah, blah. And I get that that's just your persona for the cameras and shit. But like if that's your persona for the cameras and shit, why would you go out and make like an embarrassing moment like that, you know, for all of us? Because I'm gonna just say it, like motherfuckers already feel a type of way about Black people from jump. Like what is perpetuated? Gangs, drugs, selling drugs, police, you know, going to jail, all that shit, you know. And I'm not saying that's true, but that's just the reality of how a lot of America perceives us. And then you go on one of the biggest shows of the year and smack somebody, another Black person at that, because obviously you weren't going to smack a white person. They would have dragged your ass right the fuck out of there. But you smack another Black person, another person that is big in our culture and in our community, for what? For one moment, you know what I mean? And it's a bad look because that's how they think of all of us. So now it's like, well, yeah, Kanye was banned from the Grammys. Good. Because, you know, we see what motherfuckers can do when they're upset about some shit. When they don't, you know, and it's such a bad look. And then to have him go up there and, you know, he said a line, and I guess he was like, when you're at your highest is like when the devil will like test you or something like that. And I was just like, you got a lot of fucking nerve, dude. You got a lot of fucking nerve to go up there and act like you're some sort of victim, like you fought through something. Motherfucker, you just went up there and embarrassed not only yourself, but the whole community by smacking somebody for a joke, which you laughed at. And another thing was like the whole Will and Jada relationship in the black community. That's another thing that was put on a pedestal. Like J. Cole had a line about them. Alicia Keys had a line about Will and Jada. That was something that people who were with another black person were striving to be like, oh, I want that Will and Jada love. You know, that was something that people said. And like this whole entanglement situation, and I guess they might have had an open relationship or whatever. But at the end of the day, dude looked bad. He got embarrassed. You put him out there, made him look dumb as hell, and all you had to say was, oh, well, you know, we had an entanglement. You did some things that hurt me, so this is why I did it. And it's like, how is that what you're supposed to do in a relationship? Like, how is that the way we look at relationships? Is that really, like, I know for some people it's like, it gives them no hope. Like, damn, nobody can be happy, which is not true because there's a lot of people who got married young, especially in the older days, and they stayed married and, you know, their life was almost incomplete when their partner passed away. I know my granny, she, like, it's tough for her still after a boy passed away. So, you know, it's just like, it's fucked up to see because in one night, in one moment of just not thinking, motherfuckers just like, not ruined his whole reputation because let's not be overreact. Will Smith is going to get another movie in a couple years for sure. Even if it's not another movie by the end of this year. But it's just like, now people just look at you different. Now people don't look at you as, oh, that's Will, you know, positive, and, you know, I don't use curse words in my raps, and I made a bunch of money off of that. It's like, you went up there, you cussed this motherfucker out. Oh, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Like, that's some block shit. And we know you ain't from the block, and you're not really, that's not what you are. You're not that type of guy. So why are you sitting there doing that? That's not, you, like, because of the responsibility you have to the black community, and I don't care that, like, people shouldn't look up to you, they do. You have a responsibility as a person with a voice and who people know and millions of people know. You have a responsibility to provide a good role model. Now, you don't have to, but you do have a responsibility to do that because you have that power. And you just let that shit go to smack Chris Rock, another legend, to make him another legend in this comedy thing where there's not a lot of good black comedians like that are up there. There's a lot of good black comedians, but there's not a lot of ones that are on that level of a Chris Rock, on that level of a Dave Chappelle. That's the list. On that level, that's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you're, again, demeaning another black man for what? A joke? If the joke really bothered you that much, you go speak to him like a real man after, away from the cameras, away from all that, and say, hey, bro, keep my wife's name out your mouth. That's all you do.
And that's a great point. So the Academy, whoever is running their Twitter website, or whatever it is, made a tweet saying that the Academy does not condone violence of any form. Tonight we are delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Awards winners who deserve this moment of recognition from their peers and movie lovers around the world. And then somebody named Marshall Herskovitz, who is apparently a member of the Academy. Mm-hmm. I call upon the Academy, of which I am a member, to take disciplinary action against Will Smith. He's disgraced our entire community tonight. And that was March 28th. So when it comes down to it, bottom line, just to kind of not wrap the situation up, but just make a clear point. What he did was wrong. Period. Absolutely. The way that he reflected on the black community was ridiculously wrong. And you made that point perfectly clear. When it really comes down to it as well, I think that personally they should just revoke the comedians from the Oscars. There's no way that there should be a comedian telling jokes to people in a harmless way if they're going to be in danger of somebody coming up and hitting them. And there's been other comments from other celebrities and other actors and comedians as well. Like Jim Carrey said that if he was hit like that the next morning, he would be filing a $200 million lawsuit. 50 Cent made that post that, when I win an Oscar, I got a couple people I want to hit. So now you're setting an example for other people. And even if it's a joke,
but it's
even
whatever.
if it's a joke, it's still the reality of the matter. You know what I mean? And
you know what Chris Rock should have did? He should have whooped that nigga ass.
Yeah,
And
big
that's
bong.
just-
But
That's
yeah,
just like, I'm only saying that because, like, that's what they do at other comedy shows. I remember somebody tried to, rush the stage at a comedian named DC Young Fly. They tried to get up on the stage, and him and his boys whooped dude ass. And guess what? I bet you he ain't gonna run up there no more and try to do something. That's honestly, and I'm not trying to condone violence, because truthfully, I actually think that Chris Rock really did the right thing.
yeah, because this was completely unprofessional.
I believe he did exactly the right thing, and I'm
He didn't even press charges either.
No, he didn't press charges, and I'm happy that he did it that way. I'm actually very happy that he did it that way.
He was setting an example.
And he was setting an example. And, like, truthfully, I know I said, yeah, you should whip the dude ass, but, like, that's the way to handle it. That's how a true professional handles whatever. He's like, whatever. And I'm sure that was embarrassing for him and his family, but like he said, I have a job to do. I'm going to do my job.
Yeah.
And there has to be one. I mean, this has got to stop. Why is there no security at the bottom of the damn stage?
Yeah, I don't know how they even let Will just walk up there.
Because Will Smith walked up there. We all know what Kanye did to Taylor Swift way back when. I remember one time at that same show, actually, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys did a performance, and then it wasn't Young and May. Oh, what is this? Oh, damn, I can't remember her name. It's just a girl who came up with the lipstick was popping, or lip gloss is popping. Shit,
what's that one? My lip gloss is popping.
Yeah, catch me after school. What you know about me? What you know? Lil Mama. Lil Mama hops on the stage while they're performing, and just dancing and like, oh, I'm from New York too, and it's like, where the hell is the security?
Yeah, but what were they expecting in reality? What were they expecting to come from that? No, seriously. Since they let this happen.
Oh,
they completely let this happen.
He was going up there to smack the shit out of
right,
dude.
and they knew that was happening. Everybody was just watching, too. Nobody stopped it.
Hey, guess what, though? You know what it did? And I hate to say it, but we're talking about the fucking Oscars. Because you think we would have talked about the Oscars today if he wouldn't have smacked his ass? Because I don't give a fuck about the Oscars. I said to start this segment, fuck the Oscars, fuck the Grammys, and fuck the Academy Awards. Fuck them all. Because they're on bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, I mean,
when it comes down to it, can't condone violence.
Absolutely,
we cannot condone violence, especially in a professional situation, especially for a harmless joke. I mean, when it really, really comes down to it.
For the comedians out there, real shit.
If you see all the comedians that are out there right now talking about this situation, I don't know if you've seen some of these videos.
I've seen a couple.
They're going in.
Absolutely.
On
For the
situation.
comedians out there, real shit, have some security. Like, y'all, like, you guys have enough money to have some security on stage so that if somebody rushes you, you ain't got to do nothing because the security is going to handle it.
Right.
Because that's utterly ridiculous, bro. That is ridiculous that man's just walked up on stage and smacked dude because he told a joke. And again, I want to say this part too. Was the joke in bad taste? Maybe. Right. I can feel if you were offended by the joke.
Right, but I don't think he's misogynistic because of it.
Misogynistic?
Whatever.
Somebody said he was misogynistic.
Do you know how many
That
people
joke.
are saying that Chris Rock is misogynistic because of the joke, because of his vulgar profanity?
Oh my God! God damn!
We're not gonna
Stop
get in-
being so fucking
We're-
sensitive.
I know we're not going to get
I'm
into
gonna
that
get
too
into
much.
it.
No,
Fuck
we're
that.
not going to get into that too much, though. It's been said. I really wanted to talk about, though, with the time that we have left.